So students, our next topic is the equivalence class. How to find out the equivalence class of any element. Clear? So before giving the definition of equivalence class, just I want to show one small example. Let's see the example. Suppose A, capital set A is given. In the set capital A, some elements are given there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And suppose any relation with respect to this set A is given. It means we can say this is relation R on set A, and also this relation R is equivalence relation. Clear? It means one equivalence relation R on this set capital A is given in roster form like that. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, and 3, 4, and 1, 4, and 2, 5, and 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and 5, 5, and 1, 3. Clear? Suppose this is any relation R is given. Just randomly I have taken one example, and let us suppose this relation R is equivalence relation. It means it is a reflexive, symmetry, and transitive. Clear? Now see what I am going to do now. Suppose in relation R, I want to find out those elements which are connected to 1. This is 1, and now just I use one symbol like that, and suppose this is any set, and in this set I am going to write those elements which are connected to 1 in relation R. So in relation R, one by one in each element we will check. Clear? Let's see. In the first element, this 1 is connected with 2. It means the first element is 2, which is connected with 1. So we will write 2 here. So now here 1 is connected with 1, and again here 4 is connected with 3. It means here 1 is not here. So here 1 is here. So 1 is connected with 4. So next element is 4, and here 1 is not here. Leave it. Next again here 1 is not, here also not, here, and here we have seen that yes, 1 is connected with 3. Clear? Now bracket close. Now this represents one set containing 4 elements, where the elements are 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear? Which kinds of the elements are there, or which kinds of set is that? We can say this is the set in which some elements are lies, and these elements are connected to 1 in relation R. So beta, this set is said to be the equivalence class of element 1. I think from the example your definition is clear that how we can define the equivalence class of any element. That element should be belongs to capital A. Clear? Now see what is the definition we can say. On the behalf of this example, we can define the definition. Let capital R is any relation on set A, and this relation is equivalence relation actually. Clear? So we can say let capital R is equivalence relation on set A. Clear? Full stop. Now let small a belongs to capital A is an arbitrary element. We have taken one element from set capital A. In the example, I have taken that element is 1. Clear? Then the equivalence class of element A is denoted by this symbol and defined as the set of all those elements of capital A, the set of all those elements of capital A which are connected, are related, which are connected, you can say related also, related to element small a in relation R. Clear? So this is our definition. So what we can say, that is the equivalence class of A is equal to, this is a set, and in this set those kinds of B, such kinds of the B which belongs to again same set A, B belongs to capital set A, such that those set of B belongs to capital A such that this B is connected with A in relation R. It means this B is connected with A in relation R. This can be written as, represented as such that A comma B belongs to capital R. So this is the symbolic definition of the equivalence class of A, which is represented by, in the square bracket, A is equal to those B such that this B is connected or related to A. It means we can say those B belongs to capital is such that A comma B belongs to R. I think equivalence class definition is clear. Now we are going to take one full question of the equivalence classes, and there are two property which we will prove by the examples clear. By the example also. Okay? Okay, Sivda, here I have written one question which is related to equivalence class. Just read out the question very carefully, then we will go for the solution. It is written, let R is any relation is given on Z. Z where what is the meaning of Z? Set of integers. Let R is any relation is given, R is equal to the set of all those ordered pairs A comma B such that A minus B is divisible by 3. It means here those kinds of ordered pair lies whose difference is divisible by 3, so that R is an equivalence relation on Z. So first thing we have to prove the so that R is an equivalence relation. And second part, the next question is also find the partitioning of the Z into mutually disjoint equivalence classes. It means here this Z we have to divide this capital set Z into mutually disjoint equivalent classes. It means we have to break this Z into some equivalence classes, and which are totally disjoint. Disjoint means different, separate. Clear? So let's start the solution. First of all, relation R is given. First things, our target is what? What is our target? First of all, we will prove that this R is an equivalence relation. Okay? And you know very well, to prove any relation as equivalence relation, we need to prove three things. First, it should be reflexive. Second, it should be symmetric. And third, it should be transitive. Clear? So first step. Let's see the solution. In the solution, first of all, write R. R is equal to those kinds of the ordered pair A comma B such that A minus B is divisible by 3. Clear? Such that A minus B is divisible by 3. Clear? Okay. Just try to understand the meaning of this relation R. It is saying if we will take two numbers A and B, and also A comma B should belongs to integer. If you will take any two integer such that their difference is divisible by 3, their difference should be divisible by 3, then these ordered pair, these two numbers must be lies in the relation R in the form of ordered pair. For example, suppose I have taken 12 and 6. So what is difference? 12 minus 6, that will give 6, and of course 6 is divisible by 3. It means 12 and 6 must lie in relation R. So like that we can take the infinite number of the example. Clear? So first of all, we are going to prove that reflexivity. First we will show reflexivity. So let, and I think you have remember all the three things. First, for the reflexive, what we will show that A comma A must be belongs to R for every A belongs to capital A. Clear? And the second, for the symmetry, what we will show that if A comma B belongs to R, and this implies that B comma A should also belongs to R. Here, this is for the case of symmetry. And third, transitive, if A comma B and B comma C both belongs to capital R, it means A is related to B and B is related to C. First number is related to second number related to third number, then first number indirectly this implies that then A is related to C. First number is directly related to C. These are the three cases. How we will show the reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So same things here we are going to do. So let us take, let small a belongs to Z. I have taken one integer. Clear? And we have to show that, I will show here that a comma s belongs to Z. And how we will show it? If by anyhow we will show that their difference is divisible by 3, so both numbers will come in the relation R. So since a minus a, their difference is equal to 0, and which is divisible by 3. Listen, a minus a is divisible by 3. This is true because 0 is divisible by 3. So this implies that these two numbers a comma a as here a comma b. So here a comma a must be belongs to capital R. Hence this relation R is reflexive. Clear? Like that we will show that the symmetry. Second, symmetry condition. So what we will do? First of all we will take one ordered pair relation R, and after that we will show that after interchanging the places of a and b, the new coordinate, the new ordered pairs that will also be belongs to capital R. So let a comma b belongs to capital R. I have taken two number a and b which belongs to capital R. Then what we will show that? We will show that b comma is also belongs to capital R. So this implies that their difference according to definition of relation R, if two number, then this will be whole. This implies that a minus b is divisible by 3. Clear? And we can show the negative of this number also is also divisible by 3. Very easily, if 6 is divisible by 3, then minus 6 also. Now this can be written as, after the open, when we will open the bracket, what we will get? B minus a is divisible by 3. So what here we have seen that two number whose difference is divisible by 3. Two number whose difference is divisible by 3, and these two number must be present in the form of ordered pair relation R. So we can say a minus b, then a comma b. Now b minus a, so b comma a is divisible by 3, and hence, and this implies that, and hence since b comma is divisible by 3, so we can say b comma a will belongs to R, and hence earlier I have taken a belongs to R, now we have shown that b belongs to R, and hence it is the symmetry. So I think the both cases, reflexivity and the symmetricity, both are clear. Now our third is the transitivity. Clear? Okay. Just note down this thing. After that we are going to show the transitivity possibility. So now we are going to prove the third part, that is the transitive condition. So in transitive condition, first of all we will take two number AB and BC. Let's see. Let A comma B and B comma C belongs to capital R. It means A is related to B, B is related to C. So we will show that A is directly related to C. Clear? Now see how we will show. Since A comma B belongs to R, this implies that A minus B is divisible by 3. Correct? And also B comma C belongs to R. B comma C belongs to R, and this implies that B minus C is divisible by 3. Correct? So on behalf of these two statements we can say, as we know that if any two number is divisible by 3, so sum of these two number also be divisible by 3. For example, you can say 12 is divisible by 3 and 6 is divisible by 3. Then sum of 12 and 6, that will give 18. 18 is also divisible by 3. So we can say this first number and the second number, their sum will also be divisible by 3. It means A minus B plus B minus C is also divisible by 3, and this implies that after finding the sum, what we will get? Plus B minus B cancel, A minus C is divisible by 3, and since difference of two numbers, so we can say A comma C belongs to character R. So earlier I have taken ABBC. First is related to second is related to third, and finally we have shown that first is connected to the third. First is related to third, and hence R is transitive. And now from above 3 points we can say, since R is reflexive, R is symmetric, and R is transitive, and hence R is at equivalence relation on set character Z. Clear? Okay. Now beta, we are going to second part is that we are going to break this Z into disjoint equivalence classes. It means we are going to break this Z into some equivalence classes such that these equivalence classes is either identical or disjoint. Clear? Let's see. Here the set character Z is given like that. Just start taking. This is the set capital Z, set of the integer. Now see in the integer which kinds of the number lies. First 0, after that +1, here +2, here +3, +4, +5 dot dot dot, and here -1, -2, -3, -4 and dot 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 up to infinity, like that. Clear? Now here what we have to do, we have to break this Z into mutually disjoint equivalence classes. Clear? So first of all, just again one time see what is the definition of relation R. Just focus on this. It is saying that in relation R, those kinds of the ordered pair lies whose difference is divisible by 3. So here we are going to find out the equivalence classes of 3 elements, 0, 1 and 2. After that we will see what is the result. Clear? So according to definition of equivalence classes, this is the equivalence class of an element 0. Clear? What is the definition of equivalence class of any element in relation R? I have told already, the equivalence class of any element small a is the set of those elements which are connected to small a. Clear? So here 0 is there. So what is the equivalent class of 0? Equivalent class of 0, it means those elements, suppose x, those x which belongs to integer, those x which belongs to integer, such that this x should be related to 0. It means x is related to 0. Correct? It means those x from Z which are related to 0, these kinds of set is the equivalent class of 0. Now see, this also can be written as, this is x belongs to Z, means those kinds of the x such that x is related to 0 means x minus 0 is divisible by 3 for every x belongs to integer. Clear? Now listen again, x minus 0 divisible by 3 means such kinds of the Z such that x is divisible by 3. Clear? It means equivalence class of 0 is those elements of Z, those integers which is such kinds of x is divisible by 3, those x which is divisible by 3, those integer which is divisible by 3. Now integer set are written here. Just tell me those number which are divisible by 3. First 0, yes, 0 divisible by 3. So first I have written 0. After that positive number, 1 is divisible by 3? No. 2 is divisible by 3? No. 3? Yes, of course. It means after 0, 3 will become. And next, you can tell me 6. Next, 9 up to infinity. Clear? And in the negative side, minus 1 is divisible by 3? No. Minus 2? No. Minus 3? Yes, of course, minus 3 is divisible by 3. So this side, minus 3 and then minus 6 dot dot dot. Clear? So this is the equivalence class of 0 in which some elements are coming. Elements are minus 6, minus 3, 0, 3, 6, 9. Get me? So just I want to write again here. Same things here. Equivalence class of 0 is equal to minus 6, minus 3, 0 and 3, 6 dot dot dot. Clear? Okay. So now similarly we are going to find out the equivalent class of next element 1, and after that we will find the equivalent class of 2 also. Clear? So let's see. Equivalence class of C. See what is the changes. If I have written here equivalent class of 1, so what will be here? Those years which are connected to 1, those years which are related to, so here what is the changes? Which are related to the 1. And next line, x belongs to J such that x minus, now x minus 1 is divisible by 3. Clear? So x minus 1 is divisible by 3. Now listen, what will be the limit? Those years we have to write here such that x minus 1, it means we have to subtract minus 1 from those integer, and after that we get one number that should be divisible by 3. Now x value you can take anyone, any integer. Let's check. Suppose x value 0. So what we will get? 0 minus 1. 0 minus 1, that is minus 1, and which is not divisible by 3. It means x value 0 we cannot take. Clear? Now after 0, just go for this direction. Think about 1. X value 1. So 1 minus 1. We get 0, and which is divisible by 3, it is true. It means x is equal to 1 we can take. Why? Because after putting x value 1, so this statement becomes true. 1 minus 1 which is equal to 0, and of course 0 divisible by 3. So x value 1 we can take. So here first element is 1. And next, x value 2 we cannot take because 2 minus 1, 1, and 1 is not divisible by 3. Next, x value 3. 3 minus 1 gives 2, which is not divisible by 2. So 3 again we cannot take. Next we can take 4. Yes, of course 4 we can take because 4 minus 1 gives 3, and 3 is divisible by 3. So 4 we can take. So we can see the pattern 1, 4, and definitely next will be 7, like that. And here for the negative side, what we will see? Suppose x value minus 1. X value minus 1. So minus 1 minus 1. We will get minus 2, and minus 2 is divisible by 3. No, minus 2 is not divisible by 3. So minus 1 we cannot take. So next number is minus 2. Beta minus 2 minus 1. It will give minus 3, and yes, it is divisible by 3. It means x value minus 2 we can take. So next number is minus 2, and so according to pattern minus 3 will not be there, minus 4 will not be there. Yes, minus 5 will be there. So next is minus 5, and here dot 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 negative number. Clear? So these are the equivalent class of 1. Clear? Where minus 5 is taken. Okay, beta? Now see. To start, we can write the equivalent class of 1 as C. 1. Now 5, 4, 7. Dot dot dot. Here minus 2, and here minus 5, and here dot dot dot. Clear? Now similarly we are going to find out the equivalent class of the element 2. Clear? Okay, see. Now if equivalent class of 2, so what is the changes here? Those x belongs to Z such that x related to 2. Those integers which are connected to 2 or which are related to 2. So here we can say x belongs to Z such that x minus 2 is divisible by 3. Again we are going to put all the value of x, and we will see which values is follow this statement. Let's see again. See now. First of all, take the value x is equal to 0. Middle 0. 0, after putting x value 0, what we will get? 0 minus 2, that is minus 2 is divisible by 3. It is true? No, it means minus 2 is not divisible by 3. That's why we cannot take 0. So just leave it. Go for next. That's this side. 1. 1 minus 2, minus 1, which is not divisible by 3. So 1 also we cannot take. Next, 2. 2 minus 2. Yes, of course 2 we can take. So 2 we can take. So this is, it means first value is 2. So now you can understand the pattern. So after 2, next number will be 3. It is not possible. 3 minus 2, 4. 4 minus 2 again not possible. And next number will be 5. 5 we can take because 5 minus 2 gives 3, and the 3 is divisible by 3. So next number will be 5, and of course 2, 3, 5, 5, 3, 8. Like that 8, 3, 11. This is the pattern. Now see the negative number. -1 -2 -3 and it is divisible by 3. Yes, it is divisible by 3. So x value -1 we can take. It means -1 just taken out. -1. So of course next will be -4. So next will be -4 and -3 already is comes here, I think. Yes, it is already taken. Clear? So these are the element of the equivalence class of 2. Again I am going to write here. Equivalence class of 2 is given by -4 -1 next 2 now 5 8 dot dot dot. Clear? Okay, now see the conclusion. Here we have find equivalent class of 3 elements 0 1 2. First thing, just can you tell me in out of any two sets, either suppose taken these two, can you tell me any element is common in this and in set in this set and set? Any element is common? That is not common. No element is common here. Similarly, in the set this and this, can you tell me any element is common? Here -5 -2 1 4 7 -4 -1 -2 5 8. No one is common. In the similarly, the first set and third set, see anyone is common? No. Nothing is common. Clear? It means, now listen. Conclusion. Here we have seen that one relation R over the integer Z is given, and this relation is given in the form of the set of all those kinds of the ordered pairs such that the difference of these two numbers is divisible by 3. So first we have seen that this relation is equivalence relation. After that we have find the equivalence class of elements of Z. We have selected only 3 elements, that is 0 1 2. No doubt you can find the equivalence class of any element of Z. But why we have find only 3 elements? The reason is that except 0 1 2, when you will find out the equivalent class of any more elements, suppose equivalent class of 5. So definitely this 5, this new set will be equal to either this set or this set or this set. It means we are not going to find out the any new set of any element. That definitely randomly you can take any element, the equivalence class of that random element will be similar to either this set or this set or this set. That's why we are not going to find out the equivalence class of any more element, because only 3 different kinds of the equivalent classes we can find, and this is the 0 1 2. Remaining will be either similar to this one or this one or this one. You can check very well at your home, no problem. Clear? Now second conclusion, what can you say about union of these 3 equivalence classes? 0 union 1 union 2. What is this value? Union definition you are knowing well. In the union of 3 sets, you will collect all the elements. Clear? So like that, when you collect all the elements, what you will see? Just see. First 0 is here, 0 is here. Similar. -1 is here, -1 is this side. -1 is here, -2 is here, -2, -3, -3. Dot dot dot. Now +1 here, +2 here, +3 here. It means 1 2 3 dot dot dot. What is this? 0 positive number and this side negative number. What is this? Actually this is the set of the integer, and this Z is here. It means what is the conclusion? Two conclusion beta. If R is any equivalence class on set Z, then first conclusion, any two equivalent classes will be either the identical means same, either it will be same or it will be totally disjoint. Disjoint means totally separate, no any common elements will be there. Clear? And second conclusion, this relation R divide the Z. This relation R divide the Z. This comes Z now. See, this relation R divide the Z into disjoint equivalence classes, mutually disjoint equivalence classes. So these two are the basic property which I want to say. with the help of this example. First one is the in equivalence class of any two elements is either identical or disjoint, and second the relation R, if R in any relation equivalence relation on set capital Z, so definitely beta this R will divide the Z into mutually disjoint equivalence classes. Clear? I hope your doubt will be clear. One time again see the solution, your doubt will be clear. Okay, thank you. Positive.